Hi, I'm Nathan and welcome to the One Brick Studios workshop. Today, I'm going to be making sliding storage trays for under my sink. This design was based upon a design I saw on the Family Handyman website. There's a link in the description below to the original design.
Okay, so I need to modify the plans a bit for the design because the Handyman article doesn't have this support. Their cabinets just close flush against each other, but my cabinets have this centerpiece right here, so I won't be able to fit a whole sheet of plywood in, so I'm going to need to cut it in half and fit it in halfway here and halfway here. Also, there is this old pipe that sticks out about 2 inches back here that I'm going to have to accommodate for. I think what I'm just going to do is not have the shelving go all the way back. So instead of going to the back wall, it's going to go only 2 inches out, just so I don't have to deal with the pipe. The pipe's not quite on center, so it would just be easier not to deal with it at all and have it just removed from the equation. So that's what I gotta do, to get some measurements and figure out how to get the sheet in here.
For the base, I cut down 2 small sheets of 3/4 inch Baltic birch plywood that would fit under my sink. Because of the recessed walls, I needed to build out my side panels so the drawer sliders could properly extend. Laminating some 3/4 inch plywood with 1/2 inch plywood did the trick. Because of the center divide in my cabinet, I needed also to make a small spacer in the middle that was wider than the original design. I secured the side and center pieces with pocket hole screws, which also helped hold down the bottom panel. I used some scrap wood as a spacer to position the drawer sliders, and marked holes before drilling and screwing them into place. Next, it was time to make the drawers. The drawers were all made from 3/4 inch plywood, except for the bottoms, which used 1/2 inch plywood. I secured the drawers in place with corner clamps and brad nails, and glued everything up. I should have been a little more careful with my glue squeeze out, which got out a little more than I would have liked. I decided to modify the original plans further and add a face with a handle to the bottom drawers. This was made from 1/2 inch plywood. I cut down the outside shape of the handle with my bandsaw. I cut out the rest with my jigsaw and rounded over the edges with my router. I even got to break out my oscillating spindle sander. When gluing the face to the drawers, I made sure everything sat properly together in the cabinet and aligned the drawer and face with some spacers. Once the glue was dry, I sanded all the surfaces by hand with my orbital sander and applied 2 coats of clear polyurethane. To guarantee the bottom drawers didn't sag while installing them, I made sure they were perfectly level as I installed the sliders. Even with all this careful preparation, I still had to go back and adjust the drawers and sliders a bit. This process took a lot longer than I would have liked, and being crammed under a sink the whole time did not make it any more fun. Alright, after a bit of fiddling getting the rails just right, I have completely installed the drawers. Each one comes out, locks into place pretty easily. This one is a little tough to get out. Not sure what the deal is, but it's fine. It's stuff to go under the sink. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just does the job. Everything comes out, very nice. Let's get this thing filled up. Alright, I've got everything organized, so let's take a look. Open it up here, I've got my fire extinguisher mounted to the door. This side, various soaps, bug stuff, rags, sponges, miscellaneous. Over here, all bunches of different types of garbage bags. Here, soaps, sprays, and more soaps and sprays. Got a lot of cleaning stuff, it's crazy. But yeah, here we go. Everything's nice and organized, easily accessible. Can pull things out, push things in. You know, if I only need garbage bag, I can just pull this drawer out, grab it. If I only need, I don't know, scrubbing bubbles, I can pull that out. Really makes it nice and easy to store stuff, know what I've got, and then just stow it all away with no mess. So with that, super happy with how it came out.
Few learning things that I learned. These drawer slides are really great, but they are pretty delicate, as in they need to be precisely lined up. It's a little tricky. If you don't line them up just right, the drawers will not move in smooth. There's a little bit of sticking right here, but I mostly blame that on the, weird dimensions of a cabinet that has had wood being swollen with water and all that. So right now, really happy with how it came out. Also, putting polyurethane onto these drawers to seal them is a great idea, but it takes a while to do. You got to put at least 2 coats on, and because they are 3-dimensional, you can't put the coat on all at once. You have to put it on a few sides, and then of course let it dry, flip it over. So the longest process of these shelves was actually just waiting for the polyurethane to dry entirely. Besides that, piece of cake to put together, and I'm really happy with the result. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.